Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Spoiler Princess here. I am so happy to finally be back and be finally done with all the school stuff, finally in summer vacation, and I finally get to chill out a little, so third year Ditter, here we come. So I hope you all enjoyed the video, and don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and write in the comments what I should cover next. Hope you enjoy! The third year Ditter, also known as Bride Taking Ditter, is completely found in part 5 of Avatar of a Goddess, volume 2, and it covers a total of 4 chapters. So when I say 4 chapters, I mean the instigation, how it started, and how we ended up going to Ditter, and it covers chapters Tea Party and Negotiation, Confrontation, Preparing for Ditter, and Bride Taking Ditter, which I will cover all 4 of these chapters for this video, so I hope you guys stick with me. So we're gonna start with Tea Party and Negotiations. So at the beginning of the chapter, Hartmut gets kicked out of the dormitory because he's an adult, and Wilfried and Charlotte and Rosamund have a conversation together talking about all the information that they need to know. Like, I don't know, the fact that Lestilaut has illustrations that are ready and they're gonna bring them to a tea party that they have to plan, and Wilfried was not going to tell Rosamund about it because apparently she doesn't understand the whims of man. Let that sink in for like 5 seconds. Rosamund doesn't understand the whims of anybody but her own. Anyway, so they prepare a tea party. Charlotte cannot be there because she has to go to another tea party with middle-ranking duchies, and she's going to do her own thing. So we're going to this tea party. Immediately when they enter, they do the normal greetings, and then Lestilaut immediately signals to his retainers to bring the illustrations, and Hannelore is like, hey, we have to discuss the research first, and he immediately cuts her off and tells her that this matter needs to be dealt with first because that's the most important thing, because it's Ditter. It's Ditter! Come on! Like, it's Ditter stories. Like, I even want to read it myself. Like, who doesn't love Ditter? Anyway, back on topic. The attendants lay out multiple black and white versions of the illustrations that Lestilaut has made, and he tells her that he made as many of them as possible to know what degree of black and white contrast she would prefer, and that she could pick them out herself and do whatever she wants with the books. And Rosamund is very impressed by how vivid and how lively the illustrations is, even to the point of saying, like, I can practically hear the cape fluttering in the wind because of how beautifully detailed it is. And she is very impressed, and so is Wilfried. Wilfried loves these illustrations. These are beautiful. So Rosamund informs Lestilaut that the atmosphere might change, and Lestilaut is kind of like, what do you mean the atmosphere might change? And she has to explain to him that she's going to have to alter them at some point in there so that they can use their printing method that is secret. And he's like, I can do it myself, and she has to inform him that he cannot because he would now be privy of their methods in order to print the grids like that. Surprisingly, Lestilaut is not the one to complain. It's Wilfried who is complaining that they can't pass up these beautiful illustrations. Like, look at them, Rosamund. They're amazing. And Rosamund has to remind him, like, our printing industry is more valuable than having these illustrations. And Wilfried refuses to back down on this. He really wants these illustrations. He loves them. He doesn't understand why Rosamund wouldn't compromise and let him do it. But she has to, like, in her head, she's like, my Gutenbergs worked so hard on this printing, and if Dunkelflager steals it, we can't argue about it because they're a higher ranking duchy than us, and we just can't risk it. Rosamund also reminds us that if he doesn't want someone to touch his art, that also means that he will be very disappointed when the literal product is printed, because it has so many fine lines and details. And even when we print products in the old times, it was never a perfect copy. There was always some tiny little faults somewhere. So he would definitely be disappointed and he wouldn't like it. So she's like, we can just make the books and you can put your own illustrations in there. You can do that, but we can't buy it right now. The rest of the conversation is basically just lestilaut and Rosemine deciding who's going to discuss what for their interduchy joint project that they did. And they basically said, hey, since we researched like 2 different types of rituals, we can just separately present. And that's what's gonna happen, and like it's all good there, and that's where it goes. So afterwards, since they ended discussions early, lestilaut asks if Wilfrid wants to play Gwenin, and Rosemine and Hannelore have a little chat together, because that's what girlies do. And yep, and Wilfrid is very happy to be able to do this. So Rosemine and Hannelore discuss the rituals that happened. Hannelore makes a staff, and Rosemine pours mana into it. Ooh. This is actually something really cool that comes back later, that is mentioned again later in class, in Herscher's class. Emotional embarrassment when I read that. People who know. After that, they discuss Fernestine, and Hannelore literally asks Rosemine if it's about her, because if it is, we will help you and save you. And she's like, no, it's not me. Like, internally, she's like, Fernestine is about literally Ferdinand, but like, to everyone else, it feels like it's Rosemine. So, and then suddenly, Wilfrid just stands up while playing Gwenin and looks really mad and screams, "You are wrong, lestilaut." And Lestilaut asks, wrong about what? Wilfrid has to clarify that I'm going to be Ob Ehrenfest, not Rosemine. So what happened here? Why are they fighting like this? We'll find out in the next chapter. Confrontation is the chapter where the Ditter is introduced. The stakes are put in place. So at the beginning of the chapter, we're going in with Hannelore and Rosemine being very confused as to why Wilfrid is screaming at Lestilaut, and then realizing that it's probably just a taunt to win the Gwenin game that they're playing. But Wilfrid takes his time to explain to Lestilaut that it would be very cruel to have Rosemine become Ob, and that he should apologize because he shouldn't have talked that loud, and it was a whole mess. And Lestilaut is like, well, you hiding behind Rosemine's competence is shameful, because he's like basically saying that he's very incompetent and shouldn't be Ob because of his incompetence. Then as we keep going like this, they keep arguing. Rosemine explains to Lestilaut that I don't want to be Ob, that's not my goal. And he asks her, what do you want to be? What is your goal? And she responds with, I want to be a first wife and have a library, because that's what she's been working for her whole life now. And that's what she wants. That's truly is what she wants in her eyes, like the library and being Ob, these first wife, and basically having topic as much possibilities to make more books
and her ambitions,
because as the first wife, she
basically
help a little more to her the situation. What the fuck? As much as I am a Lestilaut simp, like, holy, reading this chapter is very, very good. I love this. Lestilaut is so confident in himself and so delusional about the fact that he does not love Rosemine. I don't love her. I don't love her. But he clearly does. And it's quite obvious. Lestilaut, like... But anyway, keep deluding yourself that you want Rosemine for your duchy, because she is a good pawn and everything. She would do good, and don't go fuck her. Anyway, so he proposes to Rosamine telling her to become his first wife and that he would give her her library and everything. Now, Lestilaut, noticing Rosamine is like, what? No. And it's like, very confused. Hannelore is also extremely confused as to what is happening. And Lestilaut tells Hannelore to be silent. She needs to be quiet. So, Rosamine apologizes. She's sincerely sorry, like, she's confused. She doesn't understand, like. And he's like, no, I did literally ask you to be my wife. Yes, I want you to be my wife, Rosamine. And she's like, normally doesn't, like, it include, like, a face tone, like, a proposal? Like, isn't it, like, more than just be my wife, Rosamine? And then, being the smooth talker Lestilaut is, he starts trying to get her in and make her want to go with him. So he starts off by being that Ehrenfest is a bottom duchy, and he's like, she's the only one making it go up in rank, and like trying to explain himself as to why he would want to marry her. And then he goes on and starts with the best pickup line for a bookworm ever. If you have decided to not live as an ob, but as a first wife, then come to Dunkelfelger. We have stockpiled countless books and documents over our long history. Our collection is larger than any other in Jurgensmith. Bruh, like, Rosamine would do anything to get her hands on those books now. Like, oh my gosh, she's obsessed. Like, that's how you get a woman. You're doing good. And then he keeps she brings herself back in and is like, no, I cannot. And he's like, you're considering it. And she's, but like, I'm engaged, and the king kind of approved this engagement, and he basically tells her, well, there's no decree. It's not a royal decree, so I can do whatever I want. And yeah, he's like, we can just pressure Ob Ehrenfest. We can get you. We will do anything to get you. And he's like flexing that, like, in with Dunkelfelger, you can do anything. You'll have more power. You can spread the duchy, everything better. You'll be better, so much better. And like, he's like, well, I already know you can be a good wife because you can discuss with me, and you're on the par with me, and you're doing, like, you've proven that you're fit to be a first wife. And if you wish to make books and spread your knowledge, there is no better place for you. So come to me, Rosamine. Ah! Oh my god! I'm blushing. And then, oh, Lestilaut, you are a charmer. And Rosamine actually considers this and is like, oh my god, wait, I want to go. And like, she wants to go. And then he says the one thing he shouldn't have said. You will find much better workers in Dunkelfelger than a backwater duchy like Ehrenfest. And welcome to how to not, like, dudes. He was doing so well. Like, he was doing so well. He was being perfect. He was doing everything perfectly. And then he ruins it with that one line. That's the line. Why? You don't understand. Oh, why would he do this? I'm so disappointed in him. And basically this causes him to be like, well, since you refuse, I will literally just do anything to get you. So I will talk to my parents. We will get you, Rosamine. I'm not giving up on you. And is like, very greater duchy, like, we'll make you, like, we'll take you. And he basically proposes that they do a game of Ditter to see who is better at having Rosamine. And he says if we win, we will give up on Rosamine. So like, if So if Ehrenfest wins, they give up on Rosemine, and if Dunkelfelger wins, they get to have Rosemine. Rosemine and is like, I don't want to be the prize of Ditter, so what does she do? What does she do to make sure that she's not going to be the prize of Ditter? She adds another rule. And that one rule is his sister. So he said, she's, in any case, on the day that Ehrenfest wins, my brother Wilfried will take Lady Hannelore as his second wife. Rosemine, what are you doing? Is the reaction of everyone in the room. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you will literally take our, like, an Archduke candidate of the second highest ranking duchy and bring it down to Ehrenfest as a second wife. Do you understand how much of a dishonor that is? Like, that is literally just, oh no, like, this is they're trying to make sure, like, this does not happen. They don't want this game to happen. And then lestilaut, just, like, being lestilaut and being like, I love Rosemine more. So everyone who says that lestilaut is a siscon, obviously he isn't right now, because he would get rid of his sister just to have Rosemine. And the chance his sister getting made into an backwater duchy like Ehrenfest, second wife. And basically agrees to the deal, which makes it worse, in my opinion. Like, I love lestilaut, but, like, at least show that you care a little about your sister, but also thank you for disproving everyone that you're a siscon. I love you for that. Anyway, and he's like, no, this is no jest, and that he will win, and that he asked for an Ehrenfest answer, and they agreed to the match of Ditter. So I forgot to mention that Hannelore literally does not, like, tries to be like, what the I don't want this, like, brother, I don't want this, and he's like, his answer is that she is, in all technicality, not going to choose her marriage partner, like, ever, and that she should just not stop talking, and that him and his dad are going to choose who she marries, not her. Which is very sad. I feel so sad for Hannelore. Like, she's not allowed to choose who she wants to marry, and I'm like, I feel heartbroken for her. Like, poor girl. The girlie just wants to find love. Anyway, this is going to be the end for part 1 of this video, because I have actually 2 different drawings, and since it was 4 chapters, like, I knew I wouldn't be able to make it all in one, so I hope you all look forward. And I actually think I'm going to draw 3, because I might or might not want to cover the side story, the one of the epilogues and that, like, Hannelore Wilfried. I will cover that after. Like, I really want to cover that ship dynamic, but, like, I'm not sure, and I'm like, I have to color the image, so we'll see if I finish coloring it before the release of the second part, which is going to be on Friday, everyone. I have most of the talking points done, so I hope you all enjoy it. But yeah, if I have it done, I might include a snippet of the image in the video, and then afterwards release the Hannelore Wilfried ship video like a week or 2 after, so I hope you all really look forward to that. Anyway, this is the end of the video. I hope you all really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun recording it. I have been planning this for... These drawings are actually... Like, the drawings for these videos have been made since, like, 2 months ago. I just had too many schoolwork, too much exams at the same time, and I couldn't record my voiceovers for them. So, I hope you all enjoy it, and I'm so happy to be back, and yeah, you'll get, like, 3 videos in the next month, so have fun with that, guys. Anyway, goodbye. I hope to see you next time.